Now in this lesson, we're going to look at direct variation, direct linear variation. And these questions will be obvious because you'll see something varies or something is directly proportional. And in these cases, we're going to produce the formula y equals kx, which is basically just a straight line that goes through the origin. So you can do it that way if you prefer. For these problems, basically the first sentence will give you the equation of variation, the y equals. The second sentence will give you some numbers that you'll use to find k. This will represent the gradient. And the final sentence is actually what they want you to find. So it'll give you some value and ask you to find the other and solve a problem. So it sounds a bit complicated, but it's quite methodical. So let's go through an example following those steps. So in example 1, we're given the weight of an object on the moon varies directly with the weight on Earth. So I'm going to let the first thing be m and the weight on Earth be e. So all I'm going to do first is write m equals k times e. Then I'll go to the second sentence. An astronaut weighs 84 on Earth, 14 on the moon. I'll plug those values in. So 14 for m and 84 for e. I now need to solve that equation. So I'm going to divide both sides by 84, or over 84 if you prefer, and we'll stick to a fraction because it's exact, and I'll get k equals 1/6. So now let's rewrite our formula. M equals 1/6 times e. With this formula, we'll be able to solve a range of problems. In this case, I want to know if something's 2449 on the moon, so I'll replace moon with 2449. What is it on Earth? I have an equation to solve. I'm going to times both sides by 6, and I have my answer. And it's quite big, actually. Don't forget to put units on your answer. It will be kilograms. Okay, so now let's have a look at example 2. So this time we have distance varies directly with petrol. So step 1, I'm going to write D equals KP. The second sentence, a car travels 153 k's with 12 litres of petrol. So I'll sub them in, and now I'm going to divide by 12. So this gives me a nice decimal, so I'm going to leave it as a decimal in this case, 12.75. But if it's ever a full big long decimal, go back to a fraction. So now I know D equals 12.75p, and I'm going to use it to answer the question. How far would it go on 15 litres of petrol? So let's replace P with 15. Easy, we just work that out. Grab your calculator and we should get 191.25 kilometres, so a bit over 190 k's. In part B, we're going to find out how many litres it uses for a distance of 350. So write the formula, replace D with 350. Now we need to solve. So let's divide both sides by 12.75, and we should get P equals about, I'll have to do some rounding, 27.45 litres. The question will tell you what to round to.